I genuinely want to know if there are any Christians, specifically American Christians, that are not obsessed with politics. It's very hard to have a conversation these days with people that doesn't eventually steer off into politics. It's not that I don't care about what's going on in our country and the issues. Politics should not be the end all be all. Jesus constantly spoke about the kingdom of God. We are just pilgrims passing through in this world. Shouldn't our goal be to spread the gospel? When we see things happening around us in our country, why do we automatically go to politics like it's the liberals' fault? It's because they're liberal. It's because they're Democrat. When the actual reason is because of sin, because of the lack of Jesus. That is really the reason why people are the way they are. The Bible tells us that in the last days, the love of many would grow cold. I would never have imagined that the love of people who profess to Christ would grow cold. I used to fellowship in a church, and I would go to prayer meeting and share things going on in my life. I remember one time I shared that a family member of mine pretty much went no contact with me because I did not subscribe to the narrative of certain political ideologies. So I was sharing that with the pastor, and I was saying, it's really very disheartening because I want to just leave politics out of it altogether, and some people can't do that. And this family member had a discussion about why there was violence, so much violence in the Black community. And I remember saying, it's because of sin. The wages of sin is death. And they took it as a political statement. Shared this with the church leader, and his response was, that's why I can't be friends with Democrats. Why would a born-again Christian have that mindset? Shouldn't our hearts always be to lead people to Christ, no matter what political affiliation, no matter their ideology? Our hearts should never waver. Jesus was always kingdom minded. As children of God, shouldn't we always be about the Father's business, no matter if someone is Republican, Democrat, conservative, liberal? Our hearts should always be save souls. I don't think there's anything wrong with you voting according to your beliefs, but when you put politics at the forefront of your mission as children of God, how can we possibly focus on political labels? Our political affiliation does not make us more or less saved. We are supposed to be the light. We are supposed to be on the side of right. Some may say, well, being a Republican is on the side of right, but it's so much deeper than that. There's so much more to it than that. And we have to really see at the heart of the issues in this world, in this country, is sin, it's godlessness, it's lovelessness. As the Bible said, the love of many would grow cold. That should not be said of us, because Jesus said, people will know that you are my disciples by the love you have for one another. We can't lose the plot, which is to save as many souls, to be a light, to be the salt of the earth, godly example to our neighbors, whether they're Republican or Democrat. I don't even think politics should enter into our conversation when we're trying to win someone to Christ. I think politics are a deception and a distraction from the real issue. I think the enemy knows that, and the enemy uses that to distract the church from the true mission, which is to spread the gospel.